My name is Asher Embler, and I am the son of Chris and Rachel Embler, and I am 10 years old. I'm from Clinton, North Carolina, and I'm here for the Train to Reign program. Today is day 5 of devotion, and it's called Hot and Cold. The scripture says, I know your deeds that are neither hot or cold. I wish you were hot or cold. So because if you were lukewarm and neither hot or cold, I would spit you out of my mouth. Because you say, I am rich and have become wealthy and I have need for nothing. And you do not know that you are wretched and miserable and poor and blind and naked. Those whom I love, I reprove and discipline. He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit is saying. Revelation 3:15-25. Revelation 3:15-25. What happens when we do not stand for anything? And I sort of said that people, if you say, for example, I'm a Christian, but if you don't stand for that, you don't have proof that you are a Christian. So if someone were to ask you, why do you call yourself a Christian? Show people that you are a Christian, like helping people or preaching to others or just being kind to those who are in need. When we follow the Lord, should we be fired up in action in our homes, our church, or our nation? So I sort of said you should not just be fired up for God in those places, but you should be fired up for God everywhere on earth, and you should actually show that to people. But some of the times people just want to do it at home because they're afraid that others will laugh at them or think they're crazy for praying to God or really on fire for God. So even though it's hard, you should still be on fire everywhere. Do lukewarm men and women make good leaders? And I said no, because if you go to a church and give money to the church, but there are poor people or sick people right outside your doorstep, and just being that little warm and doing that little thing, that doesn't matter if it's little or big. I mean, giving money to the church, that's a big thing, but God doesn't care how big it is. He cares if you're actually into it. If you help just one person, that's not a big thing, but if you help them, God will enjoy that. What does it take for you to not be a lukewarm Christian? I actually drew Jesus' life story very simply. He came down and he walked on the earth and preached, and then he died, and then he was rose again, and he went back up to heaven. That's just his life story, very abbreviated. But you gotta believe that. You can't just see it in church one day and say, okay, next week you forget about it. You have to really believe in that. So, Lord, please be with any of those people who are lukewarm and show them to really not be lukewarm, but to be on fire for you everywhere. And please be with those people who are sick or can't do anything or disabled. Please be with them, Lord, and help them. Amen.